What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. Well, today's video is a bit different than our typical video. In today's video we are talking about the SAJ HS3 home energy system. So what is the SAJ HS3? Well, this is more than just a battery backup, it's a 6-in-1 solution. The HS3 integrates a solar inverter, EV charger, battery PCS, battery pack, backup power and an advanced energy management system, all in one single unit. You may have seen the news about a year or maybe 2 years ago. Basically Portugal, Spain and half of France, well, there was no electricity. It was like a total blackout. There was no power, there were no communications, and that lasted for about a day and a half. So that made me think, I need a better system, something where I can actually work, be connected, even if there is no power. So that's where the SAJ HS3 comes into play. Not only it can power my entire house when there is an outage, so even if there is no power from the grid, I can still have everything running inside the house, the fridge, the computer, the internet, basically everything can run off my massive 15 kilowatt hour battery pack, not to mention that I can generate electricity with the solar panels that I have installed. Of course, it really depends how many solar panels you have installed, what kind of consumption you have, but for me, I can basically self-sustain myself without any electricity from the grid. Alright, so I'm back inside for a bit where we're gonna be talking about the installation, the delivery process and all that. So first things first, SAJ has been in business since 2005. And yes, they do have local tech support locally in Europe. I actually had to contact their tech support once the system was installed. Now, whenever the system was getting installed, it started raining and then it rained for like 2 weeks. So first they kind of installed the cables, and once the cables were installed, they didn't come back for like 2 weeks because it was pouring down every single day. Once the rain stopped, the installers got back, and after they were done with all the cables, so basically they had to pull cables from the carport where the unit was getting installed all the way to the inside the house. So the next thing they did were installing the solar panels. I actually have 12 solar panels, 7 of them were 450 watt solar panels and 5 of them were 500 watt solar panels. I just let them know in advance and they basically installed the solar panels, and then they connected the solar panels to kind of like the unit, but the unit was the last thing to get installed. Now, the installation of the unit itself was extremely quick and extremely easy. It basically just goes one on top of the other one. So those 3 batteries go one on top of the other one. One of them is the base and the other ones just go on top. So everything is basically plug and play. They just go on top of each other. And it's nice to know that I can actually expand the system at any point, and it's very easy. It's just like plug and play. Now, of course, the brains for the entire system is the powerful inverter. So not only this will take all the energy that your solar panels are generating and transform that into electricity that your house can use. Of course, it will also store the excess electricity in those battery packs that you have. And as I mentioned earlier, you can easily expand the system. So you can have up to 50 kilowatt hours of storage. That basically means that you're not going to touch the grid for many days. Of course, you're also going to have to get more solar panels and all that, but you basically can expand the storage very easily, and each battery pack has a DC to DC optimizer built in. So you don't have to replace the whole system, you just basically add as many battery packs as you need as the time goes on and if your system requires more. Alright, so the HS3 is IP65 rated. That means that it can be installed outdoors or indoors. And this actually functions at temperatures between -30 up to +50. It even features a self-heating function. So yes, this can function outdoors in the middle of the winter at -30 degrees. So very important because a lot of people will have to install these outdoors. Now, because of the slim design, this is only 17 centimeters thick, let's say. You can basically install this anywhere. So if you have a garage, this is not going to take up that much space. I personally have this installed in a carport, mostly because since I have the EV charger on it as well, I have to charge the car, so it has to be somewhere close to the car. But I could have installed this inside the house or behind the house or anything like that if I wouldn't have had to charge my car from it. So this right here is the EV charger module. So these modules are very, very easy to install. You basically put the base one. This is a 5 kilowatt hour battery pack. Then we have another 5 kilowatt hour battery pack, another 5 one. And then we have the inverter at the top here. So you can easily add more batteries to it. But for my system, I feel that 15 kilowatt hours of storage is more than enough for my needs. But that's the beauty of this thing. You can basically install it anywhere because it is that slim. Not to mention, it looks really, really good. Well, this has to be painted and all that, but eventually when everything will be painted, this will look really, really good. Kind of like part of the furniture. Now, a feature that you will really love if you have an electric vehicle is the ability to actually charge the electric vehicle from our unit here. So there are a couple of ways that you can actually charge a vehicle. You can just use the power that you have in the battery packs. You can also use the power from the grid, or you can select to charge only with solar power. Typically, I try to charge only with solar power because obviously I don't want to pay for electricity. So it's pretty easy to charge your vehicle. You just plug it in and it starts charging right away. So that easy. And of course, you can control and see everything from the LA Keeper app. Basically, the app is how you interact with the system from your phone or tablet. The app is free to use. With the LA Keeper app, you also get full control of your unit. So you can see the real-time consumption. So you can see how much power you're using, how much power you're generating, how much power you have stored in your battery packs, how long it would actually take till the batteries are depleted or charged, depending how you're using the system. So the LA Keeper app also works really well. Now, depending what sort of electricity plan you have, because I know there are some electricity plans where you get really cheap electricity at night, you could potentially set the system up to charge during the night when the electricity is super cheap, and then discharge during the day when the electricity is more expensive. Now, in my case, that doesn't really work out because the prices of electricity here are a bit strange. So I basically just store all the electricity that I make during the day in my battery packs, and then I kind of use it at night. So I don't have to rely on the prices of electricity. So to quickly sum this up, the HS3 here really impressed me. Not only it will cut down my electricity bills to almost nothing because of the solar panels, then I store all the energy, the excess energy inside the battery packs here, and then I can use it at night. So in my case, this works great. This system can function even in cold climates, so Northern Europe where it gets really cold, or super hot in the summer like Portugal and Spain, because it works at minus 30 degrees, as I said, and up to 50 degrees in the summer. Where I have this installed here, since the sun will not be beating on it, I don't think it will ever be overheating, so over that 50 degrees. Now, what's really great about this system is the fact that you can expand it easily. So let's say that you need more storage, for example. Let's say that you get more solar panels and you want to store more electricity. You can easily install another 1, 2, 3, whatever battery packs you need. So very easy to expand this. What gives me great confidence is knowing that SAJ has great local support throughout Europe. That includes Spain, UK, and Ireland. And currently they're also offering an extended warranty for the HS3 system. Of course, there will be some links in the video's description so you can check out and get more information about this system. So to quickly conclude this video, this SAJ system that we got installed here is definitely a game changer for us. Not to mention, it will cut down our electricity bills from somewhere around 250 euros a month to about 30 to 40 euros a month, probably even less during the summer when we generate more electricity. Not to mention that now any blackout that happens, most likely I won't even know about it because we have so much sunshine here. Even if there is like a blackout for many days, chances are it won't affect us in any way because those battery packs will get charged throughout the day and then I can discharge them at night. So no problem whatsoever. So this could work for many people in many ways because it will save you a lot of money on your electricity bills, plus the peace of mind if there is no electricity at all, if there is like a blackout or anything like that. I will leave all the information that I have, links available in the video's description so you can check this out. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about this whole system, if there is something that I can help you with, definitely leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer whatever comments and questions you may have. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.